Hi, beautiful souls. Today I thought I'd just share a little reminder to remember to check in with yourself and be truthful with your path. This is, I know that I say a lot of the same things over and over again, and I say them in different ways. And the reason is that because to be masterful of the self is the foundation for everything for ascension. And whilst so many people try to make shortcuts and avoid the discipline of becoming coherent and qualified with all of your qualities, they bypass the, the, the natural process, the organic process, and then they create distortions later on because they haven't done the process in a way that is coherent and using the initiations and becoming really a strong foundation to build upon, because higher service work will take you way further than what you're actually doing. But if you have a really strong foundation of strong mastery qualities within you, you can do anything. You can be anything. Everybody can be everything and do anything and everything else. But on this earth plane right now, where things are changing rapidly and nobody really knows what that will look like. You can be a sage and you can predict, but predictions really, they change so much. You have to be able to expect the unexpected right now, because things are changing so much from day to day, from minute to minute, from now to now, and nobody really knows. So this is why it's so vital, and there's no rush for any of this either, to put yourself in a position that you're prepared for whatever arises, that you are in a place of coherence, in a place of calm, in a place of presence, so that you're able to withstand anything, move through anything with ease and grace, without anything touching your divine aura and your magnetic fields. And that in fact what you do instead is that you assist others to remember the wisdom and the wonderment that they are too, so that they can expand. And more people are expanding all the time. That's certainly felt in the collective. More and more people are taking interest in their path, interest in their expansion, interest, because, let's face it, the old structures are so falling apart, but we can't be going into that route. I know that I sometimes go down that route of going, oh my God, NHS, da da da. And it's not helpful for me. It's not helpful for anyone. We just have to realize, okay, that's how it is. What's the answer? What's the solution? The solution is I become more masterful, that I rise above the need to go there in the first place. Yes, great for a backup, but people have to take responsibility for themselves. Everybody that just relies on the NHS or medical systems to help them out because they're not taking care of themselves, well, really we have to be grown-ups about things, and we do have to go, okay, well, what can I do to help myself here? How can I make a difference? And this is why it's so important to be true to yourself, true about where you are right now. We can do all of the affirmations, I am this, I am that, and I am the other, bringing forth all of these qualities. But we have to realize, like, when we call forth something or say, I am this, and we realize, I'm not quite there, I'm not quite in alignment with that yet, how can I become more in alignment with that? How can I be more in alignment? So we do need to be truthful to ourselves and be aware of where we need to place our love, so that we can bolster those areas, nurture those areas, love those areas, because we're not here to inflict punishment on ourselves for not being good enough. We are everything already. And we're not here to go, oh gosh, I must do this, 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 this in order to heal. You're already healed. You just have to let go of it all. There's so many people that keep stirring up all of their stuff. And if they were just to let it all go, just go, you know what, drop this off, let this go, boom, you're already healed. Everybody's already healed. Everybody's already in perfect health and well-being. You just have to let it go. Just know that you are. That's the difference. That's where true healing comes from, is just knowing that you're perfect right now. There's nothing that you need to do. Nothing that you need to do. You don't have to take 1,000 supplements. You don't have to do this, that, and the other. But you do have to be discerning and responsible. This isn't about just sitting on a chair all day in front of the television. There's no service in that. That's just very much self. That's self-pity. That's self-ruminating. Oh, poor me. Oh. That doesn't help anything. What helps is to be actively participating in life, participating in your joy. When you're participating in your joy in service to the collective, you will feel good about yourself. You'll feel your expansion, and you'll expand more and more, joyfully, happily. And as you do this, you'll look in areas of like, okay, how can I just perfect myself a bit more? Now, when I say perfect, I'm talking about divine perfection. I'm not talking about human perfection. Human perfection is a distortion, and it can usually make people come out of balance, out of equilibrium. But a divine perfection is knowing the truth of who you already are right now, and following that path, and allowing all of the wonderment to bless you in each precious moment. How truthful are you about who you are and how you're showing up in life? When you truly look at your life and look at all areas, your relationships, your work, your service work, your playtime, your hobbies, if you want to call it that, the adventures you have, what nourishes your soul. If you look at all areas, are you being truly honest and truthful with who you are? Sometimes people do things because they think, oh, I must do this because I've been doing it for ages. But they don't really enjoy it. Or it's something that they feel they do it out of duty. That's not how we should be living. We should be living through joy, because the more we live through joy, the more we expand that joy into the world and help others to experience their joy, because it uplifts one another. So be very, very aware and trust and be truthful with who you are and how you're showing up. Perhaps you have relationships in your life that do not serve you, but you cling to them because you feel a necessity or a duty to do so. Well, that's no way to have relationships. And nobody wants to feel that somebody's a friend to them out of duty, out of clinging, out of sorrow, out of pity. That doesn't serve. That doesn't serve at all. We all have friendships and relationships that move and flow through life. They serve for a while, and then you let them go, and that's fine. And if you're supposed to come back to them, you do. And you do with ease and grace. You're looking at your service work or the work that you do. I think so many people do jobs that they don't like, things that they can't stand. I recently learnt that a lot of the people working in American slaughterhouses are immigrants and on a minimum wage, don't like their job, but they are literally in a stuck situation, because if they are to complain, they can easily be sacked or deported, and they're just living in a hell, an absolute hell. And I had never considered this before. I thought all of the people working in slaughterhouses were willing participants in this cruelty. And I was so surprised at that. And it was actually a psychologist that shared that information. I mean, it might not have been all slaughterhouses. She might have been referring to one or two or three, I don't know. I don't remember all of the intel that she shared. But it was eye-opening to me to know that. But then I know full well that there are so many people do jobs that they don't like. And they put themselves in positions they're not keen on or not happy with. And when you put yourself in positions you're not happy with, it's very difficult to move forwards. Very difficult to trust and believe that good can actually happen. Like I was saying recently, a friend of mine who was in a bad way, feeling depressed with her life. And I said, yes, but look, you know better than this. And she said, I know. But people can get into pickles. They can get into little holes. This is why it's so important that we are trust and truthful with everything that we are, so that we can radiate more joy and be of greater service to the collective, be in alignment with our purpose and values, knowing the truth of who we are, and stepping forwards with truth, trust in your abilities, trust in who you are, trust that you're on the right path, trust that you are surrounded by those people you're supposed to be surrounded by, trust that those friends really have your back and that they're not there because of something that they think they can get from you, something that they want from you. Being super sovereign about how you're living, knowing integrity. I send you great love, and I wish you joy and ease on your path. Trust in yourself, be truthful about how you're living, and make the most of each precious moment, here and now. Peace.